Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Can you guys is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh my gosh, the little highs aren't working. What the heck? What the heck? Wait. I can hear them, but you can't hear them. Hold on. I'm getting them. Okay. Oh, are we ready? Hi, I missed you. Hi, we can hear you. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, what am I doing? I need to do something. Oh, okay, I got my water. Yeah, I'm getting water. I'm going. Okay. I'm set up. Yippee. 20 stream watch streak. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you made it today. Welcome in, Zeke. Welcome in. Okay. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Maybe you turn it up a little. And then I turn this down. I'm just doing a little sound balancing. Okay. It's been a while. Oh my goodness. It's been a while. I missed you. Have you missed me? Whoa! Hello! Hi! Did you miss me? I missed you. Hi. Hello. Hi, that's our guy? That's me! I'm your guy. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Hi. I have been a little MIA. I had to cancel the last 2 streams, which was really, really unfortunate. But I managed to make it back today, right now. Hello, hi. Yeah, welcome in. What kind of sickness did you contract? I contracted the sickness called overwork. Yes, I contracted the overwork burnout sickness. Oh my. Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Hi. Hello. Oh, did we get raiders? We did get raiders. Welcome in, raiders. Hi. Workaholic. Yeah. So today I actually treated myself. Today I actually, I feel really proud of myself because I took care of myself a little bit. I did what I needed to do, and now I'm feeling a little bit better. Also, Arya, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Thanks for sharing your community. Hi. No, stop overworking. I'm sorry. You came in at a good time. I just started a stream. What we're doing today is we're gonna get some little ZATSUs. I'm gonna yap with you guys. I'll update you with what I've been up to, and then we'll talk for maybe about 2 hours, and then I will take a little bit of a break, and then maybe I stream later tonight because I have to continue playing TFT. Otherwise, I'll get demoted and I'll get kicked out of my tournament. And we can't have that, can we? Right? We cannot have that. So, yeah. You get a star for taking care of yourself. Thank you. Okay. Let me look at all the daily coffee redeems. Who was first today? Titan. Oh, welcome in. You're first. Oh my gosh, people right behind. Yeah. Okay. I won't do all the welcomes ins today. Actually, should I do the welcome ins? I'll yap for a little bit and then I'll do the welcome ins and then I'll check the daily coffee redeems and say hello to everyone. Give us bald. You want bald? I don't want to go manually set it up. Here, I'll do the. Wait, do I have the toggle? Where's my bald toggle? Where's the ball? Is it this button? Oh, that's not my bald. That's not my balls. Wrong. Whoopsies. That's for Glorp later. You know what? I might as well bring in Glorp. It's been a while. I haven't seen Glorp in a while. Glorp, can you come here? Where are you, Glorp? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Hello, Glorp. How are you? Beep, beep, boop, boop, bop. Beep, boop, boop, bop. Meow. Yes. Hi, hello, welcome in. Welcome, Demi. Hi, welcome. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Ooh, let me move the alerts a little. I don't want to block poor YouTube. Don't want to block poor YouTube. Yeah, but thank you guys all for coming in. I promise you, I'm doing better. I just took on a little too much. The reason being, I had this Minecraft collab where it was like a big Minecraft SMP and it was a custom mod and everything with a bunch of really cool people that I liked. Like I thought these people were really cool. I wanted to collab with them and I wanted to play Minecraft with them. And I also signed up for a tournament and I had work things. So you know how like Hannah Montana had like the best of both worlds? Normally I have the best of both worlds, okay? Normally in my day-to-day is I'm juggling my physics work and I'm streaming, and that's really fun for me. But suddenly I think the reason why Hannah Montana didn't do the best of 3 worlds is because the best of 3 worlds is a little too much. I think that's a little like, oh no, now you're drowning a little. So yeah, I had a little not enough sleep, and after a certain point my body was like, hey Carbon, you should probably sleep. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And I said that too many days in a row and I like conked out. And so I'm glad I caught up a little. And I also went out today, literally just before stream today, and I treated myself. I got a massage for the first time. I had a little spa day just for me, because I was like feeling really achy and whatnot, and I was just like, you know what, I'll do like a little spa day. I've never gotten a massage before, and it was a very interesting experience. I did not expect to go into a massage room and then the guy there being like, all right, now strip. And I'm like, hello? We just met. What do you just collected my payment information. Now you want me to strip? Okay, I guess. I did not know that was like the process for these things. Yeah. And it was a very nice guy, and he was very sweet. He was most definitely gay. He was 100% like, maybe bi, I don't know. Anyway, it was very nice though. I did eventually, like, I just took off my shirt. Okay, don't get any fancy ideas. All right. Yeah, I just took off my astronaut space shirt. and I got a back massage, and it was very nice. And I was like, whoa, wow, I've been very sore. Maybe sitting upright at a desk all day is not good for you. Maybe I should go outside every once in a while. Maybe I should, like, you know, stretch my muscles and go out. And yeah, it was it was quite good. And I can understand now why I feel like I went into a coma, you know? Like I always wondered, what do people do when they get massages? Like, you can't use your phone, you're just sitting there. Do you get bored? Like, do you think about other things? No, my brain just turned off. I like laid there, and there's like a little donut hole thing where you put your face through. So I like put my face there. So I was just like, okay, I'm like, this is kind of weird. I've never like laid down in one of these before. And then they started massaging me, and then I was just like, ugh. And my brain just went loading sign, and I just went blank screen loading face for like 30 minutes. I was just like, and time went by really fast. Actually, I was kind of surprised. I was like, huh, wow, this is like, I feel like I warp drive into the future, and now I feel a little bit better. I'm really glad I did it before stream too, because I was feeling like a little achy and tired, but that helped out a lot. Actually, that helped out a lot. The donut hole, you know what I'm talking about. There's like a little face hole where you can like breathe, otherwise you suffocate if you put your face down on the pillow. You know what I'm talking about? No. Anyway. Oh my gosh. I also didn't expect them to oil me up. Oh my. I was not expecting that. Glor, please. I was so scared. They like start putting oil on me. I was like, whoa. I was like, what the heck? Yeah. I guess it makes sense, because you can't, like, it's really hard to massage without like lubrication, and so like that makes sense. But like I did not expect to be oiled up today. But yeah, it's so the hands move smoother. It conceptually makes sense. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but when I signed up for a massage today and a spa day, I did not expect to both go into a room and be told to strip and then also be oiled up within like the next 5 minutes afterwards. Okay, like I was kind of not expecting that. I like conceptually I should have known, but like yeah, it was okay, it was worth it, it was fine. They were very professional. All right, it was a nice experience. And then afterwards they gave me like a hot warm towel and I was like, whoa, this is nice. I feel so pampered. Wow. Yeah. And now I want to go to like Japan and do like the Japanese onsens and stuff like that. I bet spa days there are amazing. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah, if you haven't done it, it was actually less expensive than I thought it would be. I always thought like massages and stuff like that were like hundreds of dollars, and I'm sure they can be, but if you do like small quick ones, apparently people do these like every couple weeks or like sometimes even every week, and it's like pretty decently affordable and not and it's like not too much out of the way. And I was like, whoa. Though I think though for me, in my case, my soreness and achiness problems come from a lack of sleep and a sedentary lifestyle. And I think floating in space has made my muscles atrophy, and I should do something about that because it will cause me problems if I'm not careful. I know this is very common with other streamers, and now that I'm getting into it, it's been like a year now, and I'm starting to see my body is starting to tell me like, hey Garvin, you should probably move around and do stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. No wonder so many streamers like hit the gym so hard. So yes, I'll go back to the gym. I just won't get emergency hospitalized again. So it'll be fine. This time I'll take it slow. Yep. I think you just need some walkies every now and then. You take me out like a dog. Make me go on little walksies. Hell yeah, you're so right. Do you hunch over while you work? No, generally no. It's just I'm at my desk for so long, for a very long amount of time. Because if you think about it, I mean, being a physicist and doing like science work is mostly desk work. It's mostly like combing through data, doing like preparing information, coding a little bit and all that stuff. So there's a lot of desk things. I do need to do more active things. Sometimes I go to like the factory floors for the rocket stuff, and that's like more exciting. I get like move around for that, but it's not, I mean, I'm just walking, I'm just walking. Also, I get hearing damage. I don't know if you knew this, but when you walk around like a factory floor, there's like machines going all the time, and they oscillate at a frequency such that it damages your hearing. And I swear I'm the only one who wears ear protection, okay? I'm the only one who wears ear protection, and it bothers me to no end. I'm like telling everyone else, I'm like, you guys know that this thing has ear warning signs, right? Like it says if it vibrates at this certain frequency, it will damage your eardrums if you do not have headphones or like some protection. And they're just like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, you work here every day. The long-term exposure of you doing this every day is crazy. And I'm just here every once in a while. I'm trying to tell them. Anyway, people underestimate safety in like long-term exposure situations. It's like those welders who weld without an apron, and they're just like, they have the mask on and they're completely naked underneath. Have you seen those videos? Oh, there's this like YouTuber, it's always an Australian. There's this Australian mechanist. I don't know if they're not a mech. I don't know what they're mechanists, something. They build stuff. They're shredding and using a CNC machine, the like a metal drill thing, and they're doing it, and metal shavings are flying everywhere, and they're walking around their garage barefoot. And I'm like looking at it, and I'm just like getting an aneurysm. Like I'm getting stressed. I'm getting stressed just looking at it. I'm like, wow, people live like this. That is. Is it the Aussies? Is it just an Australian thing? A mill. Yeah. Machinist. Yes. Machinist. Thank you. Sometimes my brain just go brr. I feel like the lack of activity and hearing damage. I'm an elementary school music teacher. Oh my god. not the I have hearing damage from children. That's a crazy new, like, I got hearing damage from workplace hazards, aka the kids that I teach. That takes a cake. Hey, chatter suggests a back brace posture to support things. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think back brace postures can help, but you do have to be careful to not make things worse. Yeah, I think the thing that I think that helps the most is the most simple, which is just being more active. So I might just do some light deadlifts and stuff like that, and back rows and things at the gym, and take it easy so I don't overwork myself. Yeah, turns out that I don't have a very good stop receptor. Turns out that my pain receptors are not very good. But, so I just need to be careful about like how hard I push myself. Yeah. Hey, it made me really good at sports though. So yeah. Hello, Spaceman. Hi. Hello. He's stress testing himself. Yeah. Okay. Let me go welcome in everyone. Oh no, your Wi-Fi will cut out. Oh, be careful. Okay, let me scroll through. Can I filter for daily coffee redeems? Can I? Let's see. Oh, I'm checking Twitch. I'm checking Twitch right now. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I can just look at daily coffee redeems so that I don't get covered with the other stuff. Yeah, but I have lived, I am alive, I am doing okay, and it is really nice to see all of you. I do miss you all a lot. I actually, yeah, guys, I did it so much. I'm so sorry, but I took care of myself. I'm here. And this week I don't have like the full schedule out, but I'll figure it out. There's some mod tickets issues as well that I need to catch up on. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna do a few brief announcements. There are a couple of mod tickets that I need to get through on the Discord server. I'm sorry, I haven't checked up on those, but I will. And then also letters. I have not sent them out yet. I've been holding off till I finish them to send them off, but instead I think what I'm going to do, because I know some people are waiting for them, especially someone who borrowed their friend's mailbox. I'm looking at you, and some people who are using like PO boxes and stuff like that. I will just go ahead and send those out first, and then I'll have like a little Excel tracker to let you know when I sent them out, okay? Because it takes me a little bit of time to like send out each one of them. So I will do that. I did package them very, very cute, so I'm gonna try my best to get them out. I do really hope you enjoy them. I want you to see them. Yeah. Oop, sorry. I also got also to treat myself for today, to like help cheer me up, I got myself a coffee. I got a mocha, which normally I don't do because it's expensive. But I did today, so I didn't make my own coffee. I had someone else make it for me. Tastes so much better. Oh, also for the people who are getting letters from me, you do not have to worry about addressees, okay? I just addressed it as to, and then I put like a letter. I put like I didn't put your actual username on the addressee section, so it's kind of blank. So don't worry about it. No one will know unless they open your mail. And if they open your mail, then you're cooked. But other than that, it should be fine. I will say it does look the envelope does look like a little handcrafted. It does look a little like sus. People who look at it will be like, wow, why are they getting this cutesy mail? But you know, it's fine. Whatever, my Nespresso does it better. That's crazy. I used to have Nespressos for a long time. I liked it because they were convenient. The Nespressos were extremely convenient, but I don't know, the coffee just didn't quite hit the same. But you know, actually, sorry, you know, it's close enough. You know what? Sorry. You know what? I shouldn't lord over you. It's close enough. My bad. Yeah. Yep. I am also better now. Thank you, YouTube chat. Oh, also YouTube, I will say I must apologize to you, YouTube specifically. I have been really meaning to set. Sorry, hey YouTube. I've been really meaning to set up YouTube like memberships and stuff like that. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been really like, that's one of my big goals, to do that, and I really appreciate you, the community. Like, I didn't even schedule this stream ahead of time. I just hit go live and you guys all still showed up. Thank you so much. Twitch is used to it, but YouTube, I know you guys like schedules and stuff like that, and I know the community just generally appreciates knowing ahead of time. So I will try my best to get those out. It's just been, I've been kind of day by day recently, but ideally I can get it at least week schedules out, you know, like that's one of my big plans. I can't pay for them. You don't have to. When I do the memberships, is just for emotes for people. And I've also been thinking, I've been kind of thinking about watching anime for like, just for funsies, you know, and watching them on stream and do like maybe watch alongs, and people commonly do that as membership benefits. And I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna watch the anime anyway, or I'm playing a game for fun, I might as well like member gate them and whatnot. Oh, Cosmini, stop. Thank you, Cosmini. Thank you. Live or Discord? It'll probably be a live. I think doing a live might be fine, though. I do yap. If you want a watching experience where I don't yap, you will be sorely disappointed. I need to watch the new, what is it? Was it Toxic Idol anime? The one where like it's the guy has pink hair and he's like super cheery and whatnot during the day, and then at night when he's like behind the scenes, he's like hella depresso. Yeah, I've had multiple of my friends send that to me and be like, Carbon, you need to watch this. And I'm just like, I'm not that crazy off stream, okay? I'm not that.
Hi, I'm new here.
I think it's because off stream when I'll like be playing League or be playing TFT, or I'll be working and all I'll say is fuck my chud life. I'll be like, oh, and I'll just complain about what I'm doing. I will have picked something that I care about and want to work towards, and I will work towards it, but I'll complain every step of the way. So like sometimes I'll be like putting together a thumbnail and I'll be like, oh God, I hate making thumbnails. I hate Photoshop. And then I'll be like, and other times I'll be like, wow, I love this. So streaming is my favorite part, which is why I'm always cheery for streaming. Nah, you're needy. Okay. Well, that too, I guess. Male sign. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, so I need to watch that. I do want to watch Three Body Problems. I want to watch For All Mankind as well, just like general TV shows. There's also other like fun anime. I like Witch Hat Atelier. I've watched the first 2 episodes already and it's just really good. I'd be down to rewatch. Windbreaker? I've not watched Windbreaker. No, I have not. There's so many things I need to do. Sorry, I was clearing my throat. Carbon's a needy streamer. I could watch needy streamer overload. Okay, you don't know. Hi Andy. Hello YouTube chat. Okay. Okay. Let me look at. Oh, I got distracted. I was looking at the Twitch redeems so that I can go say hi to people, and then I go say hi to YouTube right afterwards. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, activity feed, filter for, oh, I guess I cannot filter for specific redeem. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna start reading through it anyway. I think I can do it. I believe in myself. Wait, hold on. Okay, I got it. I got all the redeems. Titan, hello, welcome in. People, hello. Ziki, hello. Yuki, hi. Cookie, hello. Hypnotic Chaos, hello. Graveyard Gray, hello. Stray Cat, hello. Rosie, hello. Midnight Blooms, hi. Anna Cocoa, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, you're working so hard, by the way. Cinder, hello. Titan, hello. Sunny, hi. Hello, nice to see you again. Bookworm, hello. Sugar Beet, hello. Bittersweet, hi. Loomy Doom, welcome in. Oh, all caps. Tiramisu. I had, okay. Slight side tangent. If you guys ever go to Italy, there's a place in Rome, and it's like near, oh gosh, I forget where it's nearby. It's, you know, Rome is not that big, but you should definitely go to a place. I think it's called Two Sized, and it had amazing tiramisu. And when I visited Rome, I stayed in an apartment, an Airbnb, like right above nearby it, and I would eat tiramisu there all day, every day, and I had gelato. It was pretty good. Highly recommend. That was me living my best life, was when I was in Rome, touring ancient catacombs and artifacts all day and eating tiramisu and ice cream. Very nice. Highly recommend. I'd say next bucket list, probably go visit CERN in Germany, maybe like France and stuff like that. Go spend some time living there, exploring the laboratories there. Maybe go to Japan. I haven't been to Japan yet either. Or Taiwan too. I do want to spend a lot of time in Taiwan to go visit the semiconductor facilities. Those are really cool as well. Maybe I'm desensitized by the space stuff. I love space, but all the space stuff is in America, and I've seen a lot of it. So maybe it's just like, you want what you can't have. Sometimes I think to myself, wow, I live a really great life, and I'm really happy that I'm here. But then I'm like constantly like, you know, like the wanderlust for elsewhere. It's always like the people who want the people born in the city want the farm lifestyle, and the people who are born on the farm in the countryside want the city lifestyle. You know, it's just the romanticization of the other. Yeah. You can also visit science museums in Japan. True. They do have a lot of cool stuff there. I don't know. I just don't know anything about Japanese science. They have a few like cool facilities. I know they made the blue LED. It's never enough. Yeah, it is never enough. I think that's something like I realized when I was like being super competitive early on. I used to think like, hey, it will be enough if I achieve XYZ accomplishment. And then later I realized, you know, it's actually not about that. It's about the journey. So I've just been having fun time chasing whatever I want to. Currently, that's the TFT championships, but it's the game kind of got hands, and I'm kind of slow. I'll probably stream it later. You can watch me play, but I have like shit old man APM. Like my actions per minute, how fast I can click is really bad. There's a reason why I don't play FPS, and I think it's because my clickies are not so clicky. I'm UG status. I just think a lot. I overthink. Sorry, okay, I'm gonna go continue welcoming people in. I got distracted. Literally distracted by a username. I got one manned. Quailing, hello, welcome in. Cosmic Abyss, hi. Yari, hello. Starlights, hello. Magic Lover, hi. Kazmimi, hello. Oh my gosh, you're dual wielding. Sage Bunny, hello. Blue Music, hi. Tail of Jinky, hello. Anna Banana, hi. Icefire, hello. June loves Scato, hello, welcome in. Baby Girl Hana, hello. Mini, hello, hi. Left Husky, hello. Sora, hi. Just Altermon, hello, welcome in. Mocha, hello. Nana Banana, hi. Serentology, hello. Emmy Chimaru, oh, that's a cute name actually. Emmy Chimaru. Sleepy Eel, hello. Captain Banana, hello. Zin, hello. Sleepy Gamer, hello. Anik, hello. Axie, hello. The Ace Empress, hello. I'm a Rat Smasher, hello. Clover, hello. Chelsea, hello. Music Lover, hello. Nitrox, hello. Why not? Hello. Neobear, hello. Alien Specimen, hello. Ooh, Alien Specimen. Moose, hello. Kitsune Shadow Fox, hello. Oh, and then this is a bunch of head pats. Okay, I gotta scroll through the head pats. Catacombs, hello. Film Artist, hello. Welcome in. Oh, nice to see you. Luna Moonswolf, hello. Yari, hello. Space Bunny, hello. Oh my gosh, space and bunnies. Wait 1 second. Sorry, I had to take a, I had to take like a sneeze. I had to take a sneeze. Tractorio, hello. Cascadia, hello. Blah the Nun, hello. Welcome in. Hello, hello of the hellos. Crazy username. AC3, hi. I'm surprised it doesn't say AO3. Sorry, my brain had to process. I was like, did I read that right? Alvera, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Musa, hello, welcome in. Wolfie, hello. Femjean, hello. Phoenix, hello. Zoe Flameheart, hi. The Shy Novelist, hello. Alta Random Nerd, hello. Chess the Kitten, hello. I'm King Crazy, hi. Toe Liquor, hello, welcome. Why do we have community members named Toe Liquor? Okay. Cedrinate, hello. Elswe, hello. Sai Sauce, hello. Chelsea, hello. And Light Revo, hi. And Connor, Connor 2004. I think I got everyone. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone on Twitch? Okay. That was a sneeze. Yeah, it was a little sneeze. I muted off mic so I could sneeze. Okay. I think it's YouTube. I think it's YouTube's turn. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Hi, YouTube. Hi, Vale. Hello, welcome in. I was on Twitch. Okay. Well, welcome in, Vale. I'm crying in my bed. Hello, welcome in, Ashley. Hello. Killustar. Hello. Monkey. Hello. Kiki. Hi. Okay. Oh, and we got some new people as well. Hello, some new people. Hi. Let me fix my filters. There we go. Now I can see all the new follows. Tosca, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining the space station. Lipter, hello, nice, hello. Juan Rodrigo, Juan, sorry, welcome in. Carl, hello, and Thunderbolt, hi. I think okay, I got everyone. Wow, I got everyone. Wow. Hello, Potato Otter. Hi. I did it. Welcome in, everyone. It's been a bit, so it's nice to see you all again. I am here. Also, if you did not know what was gonna happen today, it's just ZATSU. It's just me yapping. Oh, guys, I also recently learned, okay, I didn't know what ZATSU meant for a while because I was like, why do all the streamers call their streams ZATSU streams? And I found out it just literally means talking in Japanese. And it's like very common to just call your streams that, especially in the VTuber scene. I did not know. So it's like, oh, I think that's cute. And I threw it on my channel as well because I figured that if you're watching people do ZATSU streams, you probably will want more ZATSU streams, right? You want yaps? Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. I have been doing a little bit more collabs, so I have been meeting some new people, which has been interesting. I also have been. It's been really fun meeting these people, but it's also a lot of time investment. I don't know if you guys like ever feel this, but when you like make a new friend, sometimes it's a lot of upfront time investment. Like it's a lot of upfront time to to jumpstart the friendship, and then afterwards it's less time. So right now I'm in the stage of, ooh, that's a lot of time commitment. But I think it's fine. I think it's okay. Yeah. So I am making new friends. A lot of them are from TFT. They're like helping me teach TFT or learn TFT, and that's been really enjoyable. So it's always like fun to go into a niche hobby and learn stuff with them. So I've been enjoying that. Also I've been seeing some amazing NASA photos. It's been so cool to see. Let me see if I can find any. They've been really nice. Some of the iPhone photos finally got released, and I was like, whoa, is that what I think that is? So here, let me pull up a few Twitter posts and I'll show you. Okay. Some of these are amazing photos. I love them. Okay, and there's also a few memes that I could show you that I think are really cute. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you something that I don't know if I can show you on stream or not, but I'm just gonna do it, okay? I'm just gonna show you it, and you can you can maybe you'll probably end up on a watch list. Okay, I'm just gonna be fully honest. If I show you this, you're gonna end up on a watch list, but I'll show it to you maybe a little bit later, so it's like not as not as crazy out there. All right, okay. All right, let me see if I can get the window capture working right so that you can see this. Oh, that's a little big. That's a little big, Carbon. You should probably relax a little. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe make this a little smaller. Maybe do this. Maybe do it like I think this works. And and then I can go off to the side. Sorry. Here, go up. You can hang out on the other side. Now we're just little heads. Now I'm blocking chat. Sorry. Okay, look at this. Look at this amazing shot. Wait, can I full screen this? Wait, hold on. Okay, this is literally someone's personal iPhone. This is an astronaut's personal iPhone that they were allowed to bring up with them to space. And this is their own photo that they shot from their phone as a selfie. Look at this. They're zooming in to the moon and then they can see the Earth right behind. And the camera lens is switching and it focuses in. Is that not amazing? Is that not crazy? Actually so funny. Badass. I know, right? Imagine having literal photos of the moon on your personal iCloud. that's a flex. That's like, imagine like someone at a cafe rolls up and they want to show you photos on their phone and they're like, oh, check out this one photo that I took when I went to the moon, and then whips out this bad boy. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. Also, there's this one amazing quote. Where is it? I want to see. There was a good quote. It was who wrote. This is my favorite tweet about it. You just know the Apple engineers that were responsible for the triple camera lens switching system in the iPhone Pro models were sweating bullets watching this, hoping the i19 Pro image signal processor would make the right call to focus on the moon. And I just think, wow, I didn't think about that. They're like, this is like probably one of the most important moments in history for someone to take a take a photo and video of, and the engineers who made the iPhones, like your phone camera's triple camera system where it swaps between the cameras seamlessly and does like all the signal processing, they were hoping to God that it would work properly. Also, this is actually a really hard shot to do. If you didn't know this, one of the reasons why your cell phone cameras have problems taking photos through glass is because they have LiDAR sensors. They have like little laser infrared sensors that detect depth for things and actually detects the glass in front of it and really wants to focus on it. So even though the glass is optically clear, there is it's not fully optically clear to the laser signals that are inside. So they'll always try to focus on the glass. And it's been a problem that's kind of hard to fix. You have to balance the LiDAR depth signals with the actual image processing, and the image processing takes a little bit more time. It takes a lot more compute, and you have to balance the compute too for your cameras. And the fastest way to drain a battery for modern smartphones nowadays is actually just to whip out your cell phone camera and then leave the camera on, because then it'll constantly run image signal processing things on your computer, on your cell phone, and like eat through the battery. There's a bunch of like AI processing chips and stuff like that on it. In fact, I think modern phones nowadays use so much signal processing that they're almost they're to say that they're like close to real photos is very, I don't know. Like, is the picture that you take with your cell phone, your camera cell phone, is that the same as what you see in reality? The answer is probably somewhere in between, but there is a lot of post modification of images if you actually look at the signal processing pipeline. I was just like, whoa. And there's a reason why cell phones are so expensive. Not cell phones, cameras are so expensive, because if you look at like real camera lenses, those are like thousands of dollars, and your little cell phone, which has a much cheaper camera, gets to get good images by using a bunch of fancy computer tricks. And those computer tricks are not lossless. There are some assumptions that need to be made, which is partially why you need to, what is it called? Which is partially why if you get cameras from Asia, like the white balancing is a little off, because it'll actually detect human skin tones and will like lighten your face because that's what the consumers want. Is Twitch gone? I don't think Twitch is gone. I think they're just resting. Right? You guys there? You guys good? It's good. Is the chat broken? I don't think so. I think they're just chilling. Yeah, see, they're just chilling. They're just yapping. We're tired. Stop. Only one of us can be tired. Only one of us can be tired. Please relax. Okay. Come on. We're sleep deprived. We're all sleep deprived. I'm sleep deprived too. Okay. God forbid, Carbon. Okay. Also, there's been some more fun space news. Look at this space news. It's was it Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos's space company, landed their first reusable rocket. They were able to do it this twice. Also, insane that they landed on a boat just to flex. Like, reusable rocket boosters have been a thing now for a while, but the boat flex is crazy. Hi, Wolfgang, welcome in. Yeah, this is like so insane. I will say I'm a little amused by the fact that it has become a billionaire pet project to make reusable rocket boosters. Because like, why right after this did Elon retweet the same thing on his own stuff? Like, he's really just trying to, like, they're just flexing on one another. But you know, I'm actually not opposed. I'm actually okay with this, because you know, it's kind of like in the ancient Roman Empire, where rich people would build public utilities just for the sake of it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a Roman emperor building an aqueduct to give water to thousands of people in the city for no reason other than the fact that they want to flex on the other rich people. You know, so I'm okay that they do have a little space race amongst themselves. I think that's fine, because then I get to benefit from all the cool space stuff. I will say they do probably have a little too much money. We'll say that. So anyway, that aside, the rocket booster landing is still very cool. I really do like to see it. I do like that there are other competitors in the space, though. Their little celebration here is kind of funny. I know this from a little industry insider secret knowledge, but it's hilarious that Blue Origin and SpaceX just hire the same people. They just go back and forth between hiring the same person who built these reusable rocket thrusters from one company to another, and they just jump from one company to another. And honestly, I'm wondering if the same people who made the SpaceX reusable rockets are the same people who made this one. I'm not gonna lie, it might be the case. So it is humorous to me. Also, their headquarters are really close to one another, so it's like down the street from different places. So you just work for whoever pays more? Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah. I do not think you should have company loyalty. I think you should work for whoever pays more, 100%. And whose mission that you can swallow and get behind. I think first you just need to make sure that the place you're working at doesn't make you actively hate yourself. And then the second thing is just pick the thing that helps you make more money, because at the end of the day, you might get laid off. Okay. Yeah. Did he just sneeze again? I did. Sorry. Feeling a little sneezy today. Okay. Company loyal isn't worth it when the company isn't loyal to you. Yes. It used to work. As in, like, back for our parents' age, I feel. you could have company loyalty. You could like be with the same company for 40 years, but that's not really the case anymore. Actually, that's not true. If you work for NASA, you can just work there for 40 years. It was a very conscious choice to leave. And most people who work at NASA work there for a very long time, but those jobs are kind of hard to get. But they are nice. There's like a full promotional pathway and everything. You'll get paid typically less than private counterparts, but you do make decent money, and there's like a career pathway, and it's relatively low stress. Surprisingly, right? Even if you work for NASA, it is pretty low stress. Things move pretty slowly because of government contracts and all that. Yum, 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 yum. Sorry, I gotta sip my coffee. Oh, starved eggs, welcome in. Okay. What else did I want to show you? Some cool photos that I've been seeing this week. Look at this. This is a photo of the Orion heat shield. This is the heat shield, the scariest part when we were watching rocket reentry. This was the thing that kept the astronauts from burning up. And you can see the coating that was on the heat shield being moved away, like melted away. You can see like the pattern that it had, which meant that it has a pretty spread out pattern. There's still a little bit of coating here on the bottom side, which is not optimal. So it's not like a perfect landing, but it was still pretty good. Low-key sexy smash. Also, remember when we were waiting for the astronauts to finally get out of the spacecraft? They were like sitting there for so long. We're like, what's happening? Why are they taking so long? Turns out, during that time, there were Navy SEAL divers who swam underneath the freaking Orion spacecraft and took photos of the underbelly so that we have pictures of the heat shield. That's what this is from. So when we were seeing like the 20 so people who were surrounding the ship, there were other people underwater. I did not realize this, but there are other people underwater. It looks like the top of my house. Is the top of your house re-entering from space? What the? Wait, that's epic. Yeah, it is. I didn't like. It's a whole. It was a whole thing. Also, I was seeing. Okay, I wanted to say they spent a lot of money and effort for this. For this recapture effort in order to make sure the astronauts are safe and bring back the equipment and stash it in museums and stuff like that, because this will go in a museum. Okay, they're like, all these will come get set up some, because genuinely it is a kind of a national treasure. So it's a big deal. I also saw some comments. People were saying, what would happen if like astronauts got stranded in space? Like, would we go save them? Like, it would cost millions, if not billions of dollars to save someone who got stranded in space, because they were worried during the mission that maybe they got stuck around the moon and stuff like that, which first off, not possible due to the calculations, because it will we sent the launch in a way that it would always return back to Earth even if all the engines died. But if a Martian situation happened where like someone got stranded on Mars and is a single individual, I think we would. I think humanity would bail together and spend billions of dollars to save one individual. It's not, at that point, it's not about the money, but it's about like the messaging. Some people are really doomer and being like, it's too expensive, we won't save that person. And I'm thinking about like the publicity and like the horrible PR that would result from abandoning an astronaut. I just think it would never happen. It's the same reason why America tries really hard to get US citizens back if something happens overseas. And I think it's kind of a good philosophy to go through. Like, for example, for me in our little Carbonaut community, I will do what I can to help you guys, even if it's like it goes really out of my way or costs a lot. I think it's still worth it, just because I do want to let you guys know that, like, you know, you're important, and I think it's important to put my money where my mouth is. Wait, I heard that Voyager 1 got turned off. What's up with that? Oh yeah. It's been going NASA has a reputation for making things like the Mars rover, and making things like the Voyager or the Hubble Space Telescope. Oh, EP rate VTuber. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you, Raiders.
Hi, I'm new here.
Yeah, NASA has a history of making things that are supposed to work for like 5 years and then end up working for 20. Okay. So while it's kind of sad sometimes that these older projects get turned off and they're no longer being supported, the thing is, like, technology does improve at a very rapid rate. Like, most of the telescopes that are in orbit today are using technology from 20 years ago, and literally now our cell phones have 10x computing power. So if you could imagine the amount of science that we could do if we send up more modern equipment, sometimes it's just not worth supporting old tech. That said, it is still very impressive that we get so much value out of some old things. Like, NASA's really good at doing that. Yeah, also, and welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Okay. Anyway, I don't know that much about the Voyager 1 situation. I should check though. I will. I've been kind of in my own hole for a while, but I will try to keep up to date. There's so many cool things I need to check up. Sorry, I was coughing again. The rover made me sad. Give them a friend. The Mars rover. The Mars rover tried so hard. Wait, is there images of the Mars rover? Let me find it. Hold on 1 second. Mars rover's tires. I want to show you the tires of the Mars rover. It's like so damaged. It's been working so hard. Oh, here it is. This is the Mars rover's tires. It's been running on Mars for like a decade plus, right? And it's going way off its expected work time. It was not supposed to run this long, but it's turned like 2 or 3 times longer than it should have, and it's now shut off. It's no longer communicating to NASA, and I believe its last messages were, "I am no longer." Let me find out the last broadcast. I want to make sure I got it right. Mars rover's last message. The last data transmission received from NASA's Opportunity rover came June 10th, 2018, and it said, "My battery is low and it's getting dark." And I was just like, oh, so sad. Tragic. That is so sad. But it works so hard. Right? Like, it literally was able to do so much, and the way we got this image was from its helicopter pair. I believe there was another like mini robot that it was using as well, and that robot died too. So this, after the robot that was supporting it died, the Mars rover continued on for a few more years after that before finally saying, "Hey, I'm not feeling too good. Yo, who decided to send my baby up to space because I'm gonna fucking fight you?" It needed to go, okay? It needed to explore the Mars surface. And Mars is a very inhospitable planet, so for the fact that it lasted so long is insane. It had a pet helicopter. Yeah, it did have a pet helicopter. Send the rescue crew in? guys, okay, I did say we'd spend billions of dollars to rescue a human. I don't think we're spending billions of dollars to rescue the Mars rover. I'm sorry. Though I think we will hopefully maybe one day retrieve it. You know what would be amazing to me is if someday we could go to Mars, land, pick up the Mars rover and take it back to Earth so we could put it in a museum. That would be amazing. You know, I would love that. They do have a GPS, like not GPS, but they have like a locator here. So if we ever actually have the equipment to bring something back from Mars, we would be able to go to it. I know, save the boy. I know. Yep. Operation Ares is a go. We shall save the Mars rover. That would be the most hype mission. Honestly, I would get behind that. I would be so excited to see that happen. I'd be like, oh my god, we're saving the Mars rover. Wasn't he programmed to say sorry in certain conditions? Yes. Technically, these are all programmed by a human. Okay, so it's true. Someone did program that message to be like, hey, this is my warning sign when the batteries get low, but it still has a lot of heart. You know, it does have a lot of heart. Okay. I do. What else? I wanted to show you another thing. Okay. Pivoting away from the Mars rovers. I did Mars rover. I wanted to show you something. This is a document that was leaked to me on Twitter. Apparently, this is public information now. I must ask that you do with this information in a sensible way, and you are not a terrorist. Chat, are any of you terrorists? Are any of you bad people? No, right? You're all good, okay? You're all good. Can we see it? Well, I mean, it's publicly available. I'm just showing publicly available information. Is that really my problem? No. Is our XP bar low? Okay. Here you go. Check this out. Look at this. Look at these leaked rocket schematics from the Soviet Union. Hello? Can you believe that there are leaked rocket schematics from the Soviet Union in Russian? Just right out there? Like, just fully raw dog. They're right there. Insane, right? Actually insane. I did not know that this was a thing that was out there. And it feels sacrilegious to see. Not only that, this is what the Raptor 9 engines are based off of. This is the thing that convinced the early reusable rocket booster crowd to say, hey, this is a possibility. And this engine design is basically a precursor of the existing ones. So it works quite good. It's actually the closest thing to modern rockets that you can get. So it's kind of funny because the Soviets tried it first and convinced the Americans to do it, and then like the Americans kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it a more streamlined manufacturing process. But the core working principles are the same. And I'm just like, whoa, that's insane. Russian cursive goes crazy. This is all handwritten, by the way. The diagram and all the writings itself, these are handwritten. Is that not nuts? Is that not nuts that people handwrite these things and drew these numbers by hand? Like the penmanship, right? Early engineers had to have good handwriting. I don't really think I have that level of handwriting anymore, but I know. Holy, that's handwritten? Yeah, it's the Soviet Union. It was during the Cold War. So it was very common back in the day for blueprints and engineering schematics to be drawn by hand as well. You used to have to be like part artist to be a good engineer. Nowadays, that's not as true because you have like a bunch of modeling software and electronic tools to help you, but you still need to know you knew your stuff. Bro, the author had a piece of paper and a pen and a dream. Honestly, that is why, who is it? Freaking Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. He was part engineer, part artist. The reason why artists make really good scientists and designers is because they constantly have to worry about how to like actually implement things and render out like human muscles and stuff like that to things like equipment and suits and airplanes and stuff like that. So there is a reason why those two skill sets actually coincide quite a bit. I would say nowadays we are a little bit lazy. We're kind of lazy because we can get away with not writing every single thing. The modeling software and typing things and like making predictive stuff helps not worry about the fine details. Like now you don't have to like fully flesh out shapes and stuff like that. You can kind of figure it out on the fly, but there's still like an artistic twist to it. And I do think that studying your fundamentals do help. Yeah. You can see the author's wrist starts to get tired near the end, and it starts to get a little bit messy. You're right. I mean, they're just labeling. At the end, they start labeling. At the beginning, it's super neat. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, also hello treat. I've been thinking maybe I'll do like a video on this. It would be really cool to explain one of these, though. I think I can get into hairy water, so maybe I shouldn't. These are things like I can show you because they are publicly available, but I have to be careful not to release bad information. But this is still really cool though. I do want to talk about it. Fun fact, during the space race, the CIA stole the Linux spacecraft during the early race. I'm not surprised. I mean, the Soviet Union and the US stole things from each other all the time. During the making of the atomic bomb, there was a bunch of Soviet Union scientists who were working in partnership or as spies with the US government. So that's how Russia got the atomic bomb so quickly after America had developed it, because they just had a ton of spies. Like literally the amount of spies in the Soviet Union had in Russia had in the Manhattan Project was insane. Oh, spies. I bet we have spies in a rocket program too. Maybe we even have spies at NASA. That's crazy. Okay. What else do I want to show? Not that one. Oh, I wanted to show this. This person, I was following them because they went to the NASA rollout. Where's the NASA rollout photos? Oh, Beepus, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hi. Where is it? Where's their photos from the rollout? This was so cool to me. So NASA did this like promo thing where they invited influencers to come in to the actual NASA Stennis Space Center, and at the Space Center they rolled out the engines and all the parts, and they had a whole media team, and they invited people who were who were just content creators to come in and record and take pictures, and I saw some faces I recognized go, and I was just like, whoa, this is so cool and exciting. I was just like, what the heck, that's crazy. And they had like a whole presentation. Oh, and this is like the booster stage tube that they have right here. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I wish I could go see it. I did ask like, hey, can I go? And they're like, you're a VTuber though. Your face has to be in it. And I was like, I can wear a mask, I can wear a spacesuit. And they're like, nah. So I wasn't able to go because of that. Also, I was very busy, so I was not able to attend, but maybe in the future we can do like a tour like this. Though man, I really wish I could show you guys more of these things. A lot of this stuff is restricted, but what they can show to the public is still really cool. I really like it. So maybe I'll like do like one of the public tours and take a video and show you guys afterwards. I do have to get them cleared for media release. Oh, if you guys ever wanted to know how like public media happens at NASA and like how they do like how do they release spacecraft photos and stuff like that when a lot of it is secret, confidential, what they do is they have like a camera embargo where they give you a special camera. Normally, most cases, you're not allowed to use your cell phone unless they provide you a phone. They give you a camera and like a SD card, and you take photos as much as you want with it. And then afterwards, they have a department that looks at all your photos and then evaluates if they have any sensitive information in them. And then if you get cleared, you get to post those photos, and they're deemed public information, but they do have to check it ahead of time, especially for the iffy stuff. Things like taking pictures of the actual rocket engines and manufacturing plants can be a little iffy. Yeah. Sorry, drinking water again. Well, not water, coffee. Woohoo. Hello, Superboy, welcome in. That's too bad. Yeah, I really wish more of it could be publicly shown. but I understand the secrecy, though I do think it's really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. I do recommend museums are really awesome. In fact, actually, I was really surprised. They were able to show a lot of stuff when I went to go visit an aircraft carrier. Wait, can I show you this? Wait, hold on. This is a little scary to show, but let me check if it is possible. Let me check. Okay, I need to make sure to not dox myself, so hold on for a second. Let's see. I'm trying to find you something that I think you'll like. I think it'll be really cool for you, but I need to make sure that the video is safe. Is it this one? Hold on. The mods are sweating. The mods are sweating so much. Okay. It's fine. I'm being careful, okay? I'm being careful. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good one. For you. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good video for you. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good video. Okay. I got it. I got a good video for you. Okay, let me throw you guys here. Just in case. I gotta review it. I gotta be careful. What is this button? What? Chat disabled for the live stream. Hello? YouTube chat. Hold on. Let me bring YouTube chat back. Sorry, YouTube chat. Are you okay? Oh, here you go. Here, let me make Twitch legally distinct. There you go. There you go. Working better. There. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna show you something. That I think is really cool. And you're gonna like it. Okay? You're gonna like it. You're gonna think it's really cool. You ready? Woo! Hello. Check it out. Okay. This is a video that I thought it was, because we were talking about like what you can and can't show. This is cool stuff because I was able to visit a retired U.S. military aircraft carrier, and inside it, I was able to film everything. This is all publicly released information, which is really cool and exciting. And this is like their engines, one of their engine rooms. And right now we're looking at where they put all the fuel and stuff like that. And I had this amazing tour guide who was
What is
called, I think they're
bunker
called a dossier. Docet. I don't know what the term is. I'm sorry, but they were very knowledgeable. They served in the Vietnam War and they worked on a ship like this. They were like one of the engine engineers, so they knew what they were talking about. And so it was really cool to actually see. Oh, whoops! I didn't realize the media is so loud. Whoops! I couldn't hear that. Oh my god! Oh my god! So sorry. Let me. I didn't realize that we were yapping the whole time. Ha. Lamau. Let me check them. Let me listen to it with you. I want to go. Yeah, we're talking about the engine rooms here. What was I saying?
Bunker C. Sorry.
It's the byproduct, the waste byproduct of the refining process.
Oh, this is me. Literally, I was just asking about like how the engines worked and what fuel was being used. It turns out that all these aircraft carriers at the time, aircraft carriers, they at the time were using a fuel called Bunker C, which is just leftover from the oil refinement process, which is like when you're refining crude oil into gas, there's a bunch of mucky black gunk that's left over that's unusable by pretty much everyone else, except because it was cheap and technically it did burn, like technically at very high temperatures it did burn. It was used by the US military to power their ships. It just so happened that they chose that because it was cheap and and it worked, except it required a lot of effort. It required so much effort, like an insane amount of effort. Oh my gosh, I should do a video on that. Ugh. I have first-hand accounts too, man.
When you're refining, you get you have your
can listen to it.
distillates at the top of your weight, if your density, and the last thing in your density chart, you got kerosene and gasoline and all these other enes.
Yes.
And then you get down to diesel,
and then even lower.
The lowest one is bunker C, and it's like tar.
Is it very energy concentrated? Is that why we use that compared to?
No, we use it because it was cheap.
Is that not funny? Is that not funny to be for me to be like, oh, maybe there's like a lot of energy and like there's a physics reason why we use this, and the guy was just like, yeah, about that, no, about like your whole little hypothesis that we use it for like some amazingly like technical reason, nah. Nah. I was just like, oh, okay. Actually killed me. It was so funny. Your voice sounds so different in the video. I have like a work voice. Does that make sense? Sometimes I change my ooh carbon real voice revealed. No, not really. I was a little nervous. That's why. But also when I stream, it's like much more comforting of an environment and I can hang out a little bit. Yeah. And mind you, I had just climbed so many stairs. But this was a really cool video to like do. I'll probably get a bunch of B-roll from this and like talk about it. It's very funny. How it was military grade. It was. Okay. I'll put this way. I'm glad I could show you that. Working in customer service, I definitely have a work voice. Right. Except my work voice sucks. It's on purpose. No one takes me seriously when I talk. Like when I am too expressive with my voice, I feel like people are like, huh, this guy has too much happiness and pep and cheer in his life. So when I talk, when I'm doing a presentation, I'm like, I'm like this. I'm like, hello, hi, my name is Carbon. I'm here today to present to you this work slide. Oh, you want to circle back into this meeting later? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's loop in Sarah next time too. Sounds good. All right. I will put this in the meeting notes. That's what I do. That's what I do. Also, I'm tired. Yeah. Okay. Is that all I wanted to show you guys? Sorry, I just turned this into a mini show and tell. But sometimes it's like that. Oh, Goro, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hi. Hello. So, yeah, that's the plan. Oh, we do have some events coming up. I forgot about that. I have some fancy little new model things to show you. Possibly. I got some like cool art stuff coming back. I'm really excited by it. I think you'll like it. But I won't spoil. I have self-control. Kind of, not really, but I do. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, new hair. Yeah, I do have a new hairstyle coming out. I don't know how I want to do it. Unsure what events to do. I might do... Okay. This might sound crazy, but it's a very Ikemen hairstyle. It's a very like, ooh, damn, kind of like messy bun, kind of like host club-esque hairstyle. And I was just like, you know, I could make like a week or two themed stream segment where we just do all the dating otome games and stuff like that, because honestly I've not played any. I think I've never played an otome game before, so it could be fun to do it together. That might be like a fun thing to do. Maybe I know like I've been recommended like Date with Death and stuff like that, but I've never done. Okay, I did play like Love in Deep Space for like maybe an hour or two. We could do that too. I actually kind of enjoy Love in Deep Space, not gonna lie. It's actually a very well-written game, actually very scarily well-written. I think after the first hour or two that I played, I was like, I see the appeal. I see the appeal. And then when I saw the IRL events later, oh my gosh. They hosted like this, Love in Deep Space hosted this IRL event where they hired professional cosplayers / actors to like act out the characters and hang out with fans. Oh my, holy fan service! Nosebleed instantly. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, insane. Yeah, so ASMR sounds good. What the heck? I guess like I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a few ASMR RPs. That'd be crazy. I did do like one for the Christmas reward where I like took you guys out stargazing. That was fun. I would like to do another one of those. I don't know what I do. Your space VTuber helps you build a computer, like walks you through building a PC. I could do that. That'd be really funny. What? You know, actually, that's such a good idea. I should do one that's like me actually doing something. You know, I wonder what I could do. I've already had my PC, so I wouldn't build a new PC. I could make an ASMR video on how to build a plasma ball. I've always wanted a plasma ball for my desk. I've always wanted one because I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's these little balls of neon or krypton gas that you fill up, and then you have an electromagnetic coil underneath, and you charge the electromagnetic coil at some high voltage, and then you will create like this plasma ring, and the plasma ring will like float around inside the ball, and it looks so cool. It looks like you're a sci-fi wizard, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted one, but I never set one up, so maybe I should. I kind of like to do that. Maybe argon would be a good gas to try it out. Yeah, maybe I make like a little tutorial video on how to do it and then just like ASMR record it. That'd be so funny. Good to see you. Yes, I'm alive. Hello, welcome in. Hi. Legos. Oh, I could do Legos as well. I don't know what to talk about while I'm doing Legos though. I get like really focused. I get like hardcore focused when I do a thing. I like fully lock in. No ASMR, please. You fear the ASMR girlies, the ASMR community. I do know it can attract interesting individuals, but I think if I do it correctly, and we have a very good community base. I really like the Carbonauts. I think we have a very strong sense of community, and we're not weird. I think we're really cool. I actually really enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I'm very proud of myself for that, because I've talked to a few streamers behind the scenes, and a lot of them feel stuffed by their community, and they have like very conflicted feelings about it. But I suffer from no such problems, which I'm very grateful for. You helped make that possible. Yeah. I'm happy to hear the allegations about the cat were unfounded. What? Also, my cat has been really angry at me recently. My cat has been mean to me because I've been playing so much TFT and I've been working so hard. She just really wants to cuddle me all the time, and I don't let her cuddle in my lap when I'm working because it's like I move too much, and she doesn't like that, and she gets mad at me. So she really wants me like spend couch time. She really likes it when I sit on the couch and hang out with her. So she gets very sad when I don't do that. I know, I should do that more. I should give her more cat time. ASMR Space Ikemen, former Chud, gets yeeted out of the stratosphere for rage after rage baiting. Those joke ASMR videos? Oh my gosh. Apparently I'm a rage baiter, but I would never rage bait. I would never rage bait you guys. It'll be fine. I would never. Heh. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you. The people you surround yourself with or attract is a reflection of the energy and care you have put into the community. Thank you for doing so much for us. What? I feel like I don't do enough, but I try my best. I feel like I could try a little bit harder, but it's a little hard to juggle everything. I will continue on. I have considered like trying to get a manager, or maybe even like join a small corpo to help them manage things behind the scenes. But after like investigating, asking some other friends, I don't think those things would necessarily help me. Managers are really for more like conventions and for planning big events, which are nice, but I don't really need help with that. I kind of think my day-to-day is a little packed, so I just need to like cut some things out and have better planning skills. I have to make a schedule. I used to be the type of student who would take their class schedule and I would screenshot my class schedule and set it as my lock screen for my phone, and I would check my phone every 5 minutes and be like, do I have a class today? I don't know. And I would live day by day like that. And all my assignments, they'd be in my head. I didn't even use a planner at all. I was just like, you know what? I think something's due. So I would miss assignments all the time. I would miss appointments all the time. And I lived my life like that for the past, like, who knows how many, like, since the dawn of time. That's how I've been. Though I don't think that will work any longer. I think living the Hannah Montana double life is not possible anymore. No wonder you get detention so often. No, I'm a good kid. Trust. I only got suspended 7 times. I didn't even hit double digits. Please share your smart brain cells with us. I don't know if it's smart to not have a schedule, okay? 7 times? Yeah, I was a little bit of a rebellious kid. You know what they tell you when you're like in school, when you're like becoming a curious scientist, they tell you to question things, but what they don't tell you, sometimes you question the wrong things. Apparently questioning authority is not within the purview of question things. You know, when they say ask questions, they don't mean ask questions about the rules. So I got in trouble a lot. Yeah, it's called limit testing. It's fine. I'm a little silly. Okay, sipping some coffee. I got suspended once for criticizing a teacher. One of my core memories was getting suspended because I built a basilisk. What is it? Not a basilisk. A ballista. It's because I built a ballista and I left it out on the playground, and some kid loaded a kickball up onto the ballista. It was like a gigantic, like 4 foot tall wooden, 6 foot long wooden ballista, and someone loaded a kickball up onto the ballista and headshotted another kid, and I'm pretty sure they got a concussion. So I got in trouble for that, which crazy. Why did I get in trouble? I wasn't even there. But apparently building gigantic wooden ballistas is not acceptable and leaving them unattended. So yeah, it was for a science fair project. That's why I built it. I built it. I made it for a science fair because we were trying to launch goldfish. The goal was to make like little catapults, and everyone used like bungee cords and rubber bands to make catapults. I just happened to like make like a killing machine, and I was trying to launch a goldfish, which I did not realize. I did not account for the fact that the goldfish was way smaller than the ballista, so it was not good. It like I lost that by a large margin. I think I got last place. Not a living goldfish. Goldfish the crackers, okay? It was a cracker goldfish. Okay? It was a cracker goldfish. It was the food goldfish. Okay? Guys, relax. Yes, we're not launching live goldfish out of catapults for school, all right? Okay? Bro had me scared. Not all the O's. Who do you think I am? You think I'm horrible of animal cruelty? You think I have a complete disregard for life? Damn. Okay, well, I will say... Okay. I'd say the most unethical animal experiment I've ever been a part of was the optogenetics rat experiment with the Xbox controller that I've talked about. If you did not know, you can make a virus, okay? You can make a special virus, a rabies virus, and you can change the rabies virus in a way that will propagate through certain neural pathways in the brain. And so if you inject them into a rat brain, you can give a rat a special virus that only affects the motor neurons. And the virus makes it so that when the neurons are exposed to light, they fire. Meaning, if you give a rat your special virus and you shave a hole into its brain and then shine a laser onto specific neuron synapses, you can control the rat against its will while it's conscious. And you can hook that system up to an Xbox controller, and it can be Bluetooth. And there's like a little fiber, like a little laser fiber that goes into the rat's brain, and you can make it move. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's what they use for brain studies. So that was probably the worst experiment that I've been a part of. It was really cool to see. I wasn't really a part of it. I was more of like a visiting scientist. I came in, they were like, "Oh, you want to see something cool, Carbon?" I was like, "Ooh, show me." And they showed me this monstrosity, and I was just like, is it conscious? And then oh my god, the researcher, when I asked the researcher, is it conscious? The researcher responded to me, yeah, they resist a lot at first, but they eventually get used to it and accept it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. What do you mean? What do you mean they resist at first? Holy. I just, yeah. But apparently they learned to like it. Free the rats, guys. I care for the rats, but this is an important brain study, okay? Optogenetics is a very real field in order to understand how neuron synapses fire, and it's the best way we have in order to trigger certain brain responses. So it is a very thriving and continuing field, and rats happen to be the #1 test subject. And sometimes you get Frankenstein-like monstrosities where you're controlling I keep calling them robots. When you control a rat like a robot with a joystick, okay? Sometimes it be like that. So mind controlling rats is important. Yes, it is an important scientific milestone. Hey, at least they're not giving rats cocaine, okay? Literally down the door, they were giving rats cocaine and testing addiction studies. They're literally there are labs that make rats addicted to cocaine and then give them special drugs to see if any of those drugs help curb the addiction. There's cancer rats. I don't know if you know this, but there are rats that are specifically bred to have a ton of cancer. And they're actually really expensive to buy, but they're a very popular study subject. It's a specific line of cancer rats, actually. They all stem from the same cancer rat line, and everyone uses them for cancer studies. And they've been genetically bred in such a way that they always get cancer. And so you can test cancer drugs on them. Yeah. The things humans do. I would say it's sad that we do have to resort to these things, but I do believe in a greater cause. So there's actually IUPAC is the rat study organization facility, I think. They're like an organization that makes sure that you are treating animals ethically. And so if you ever do any rat studies, IUPAC will come up to you and be like, hello, are you treating these rats humanely? Even if you're giving them cancer and you are putting them into matrix simulations, you do still have to give them like food and water and make sure they have enough space and ventilation and all these things. And it is actually checked by an external board. And if you do not follow these rules, you will lose all your funding. You will get ostracized by the scientific community. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a necessary evil, I feel. And I think we're doing it the best way we can. Some people are really advocate that we treat the animals better. I am of the mindset that we should prioritize human lives and discovery. So I think it's a necessary evil. But I do think like treating things with respect, despite it being a necessary evil, is still important, you know? Yeah. Raph the Noob, hello, welcome in. And classic Sonic Heroes, hello, welcome. Hi, hello. OMG, I was recently told there's a company near us where they remote control roaches. Okay, since we're on the dystopian subject, also, Moonlight, hello, hi. The most dystopian subject, well, not most, but one of the most dystopian things that you might hear from me today is the fact that nematodes, have you heard about nematodes? Let me pull up a picture of nematodes, actually. Nematodes. Not sure if you like them. Nematodes are these little worm creatures. Let me see if I can find any images for you. Little warning if you don't like worms. Little worms. Okay. Here's kind of what nematodes look like, okay? They're like little clear worm creatures, okay? They're little worms. So nematodes have a very simple neurons, like they're a very, very simple brain. And they pretty much have one brain function, and it's, hey, where is food? Am I hungry? Go to nearest food. And it uses its like little smell receptors to find the nearest food. Some researchers have stuck little probes into the nematode's brain and have put them in a matrix simulation where the nematode is no longer able to move. They cut the motor signals from the nematode and instead hook up a computer program like reader. And so what they do is they make the nematode always search for food. So the nematode, when it searches for food, it'll try to move towards that direction. What the researchers will do is they'll put a food signal in some area, and the nematode will try to move there, and it won't actually move, but it will, like, in its mind, try to pathfind there. And they've been using it as an alternative to a pathfinding algorithm. So instead of using like a traditional computer program to like find the fastest route in Google Maps, for example, like, you know, you're trying to get from point A to point B, what's the fastest way to get there without expending the least amount of energy? Why would I ever run a computer program when I could use nature? So they strap some electrodes onto a nematode and would simulate the fact that, hey, you are in a simulation. Please pathfind to the best place, and you can rent them. This is a service online. Nematode, like, there's like a site where you can just like borrow a nematode brain and have it direct for you. Also, the way they get the nematodes to continually pathfind there is by perpetuating a constant state of hunger. So they make the nematode always hungry no matter how full it is, and always try to find the most efficient path to get to a location. And I'm just like, oh my, this is wow. I mean, they're worms, but like, goddamn, that's insane. What happens when it dies, though? I guess they have a lot of nematodes. I think they just have a bunch of them. They can replace them. Yep. Thank you. I didn't need to sleep tonight. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna like strap electrodes to your brain and make you constantly hungry and find the fastest path to food. Okay. I think you'll be fine. I think that's a specifically nematode only fear. And somehow this is ethical. It's for research. Research can be messy sometimes, I will say. Though I am of the camp that nematodes do not have feelings. I'm a little mean to nematodes. I have a lot more care towards rats, but nematodes, there's like a sliding scale of morality, okay? I'm willing to churn through a lot of nematodes. Nana, hello, welcome in. These worms are in a kind of hell that are in Buddhist scripture. There's some crazy things that humans can do. Actually, I would say, what's the closest human equivalent? Oh, also, hello, Neko. Okay, the closest human equivalent that I've ever experienced is I was able to tour a specialty research VR facility. So this was I won't say who, but I went to a very expensive state-of-the-art research facility where they're testing virtual reality, okay? And I go in, and the virtual reality setup is they put on these really expensive, fancy headset onto me, and instead of using regular lights like LEDs, they use lasers, and they're beaming lasers and mixing the colors and sending them into my eyeballs. And the reason why that's significant is because actually, should I explain some color theory for you guys? Yeah, I'll explain a bit of color theory. So if you have an LED, right, your LED doesn't emit one true wavelength. It actually emits over the course of a small broad spectrum. So there's like a little bit of a spectrum. You're not getting like true 480 nanometer wavelength. You're getting like plus or minus 5 nanometers, plus or minus 10 nanometers, whatever. That means that the size of your paintbrush is essentially quite thick. So with lasers, which only emit in one wavelength, one true wavelength, LEDs emit over the course of multiple wavelengths, or a range of wavelengths, and so the color accuracy that they're able to achieve is much smaller. In fact, because you can think of it like in digital art, or just art traditionally. The image you're able to paint with a big, thick paintbrush is going to be less detailed than one that you can paint with a thinner paintbrush. And so a laser allows you to have finer detail with a thinner paintbrush, meaning the color resolution is significantly better. You get the highest color saturation and most finite color, finite color detail as possible. You can do as detailed color and saturation as you so desire. And so I was using a laser-based VR headset into my eyeballs, okay? So I was seeing the best color physically possible, and I was put into a room that was completely sealed off with sound. It was one of those perfect soundproof rooms, okay? The sound was completely controlled with hundreds of miniature speakers around the room. And does the lasers not burn your eyes? No, they don't. So normally, okay, don't do this at home. Don't take a laser and shine it into your eyeball. You'll burn your eye. But the headset is designed in such a way that the light intensity is low enough that it doesn't burn my retinas, which is fine. Like, you just turn down the laser power or also you can't turn down the laser power. What they do is they pulse the laser. It pulses the laser. So instead of having lower, and you get a lower intensity, but they do that by turning it on for short bursts and then leaving it off for longer, and then they turn on for a little bit. I don't know if you knew this, but lasers actually technically only operate at 1 power. But they're either on or not usually, so you can pulse them. So I was getting pulse lasers so that it wouldn't actually burn my retinas. Is it like the Game Boy screen? Yeah, it's like the Game Boy screen. Yeah, exactly. It's like the Game Boy screen. So the Game Boy only had like one color, but they were able to get different shades by pulsing the brightnesses. That's dangerous if you mess it up. It's true. It is dangerous if you mess it up. Good thing we never make mistakes. I'm kidding. I was working with some very at the time, the scientists and researchers who are working on it are state of the art. You know, they know what they're doing. They've tested this for human safety many times, so not a big worry. Also, it's very easy to check these things. You can just have a power meter. There's things called like integration spheres and stuff like that you hold on the other side of your light source, and it checks how much power is coming out, and you can just see, oh, is that too much for the human eyeball? Nope. All right, so you should be good. We ran out of Kerbals to test things, so now we use carbon. Hi Daishima, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I was using the Laser VR headset. I was in a soundproof room with hundreds of speakers around me, and I was testing out a new virtual world that they had, and they put me into a green field. You know, oh my gosh. Okay, let me show you. Holy. Oh, I need to show you an image. Let me find it. Hi, I'm new here. Okay. Here it is. This is the one. Okay. I don't know if any of you anime fans know this, but this is the green field from Sword Art Online. Okay, let me let me show you. I was put in an open green field like this in VR, and it was the most trippy experience of my life. They put me into this. So first off, it was very dimly lit. Like, I was in a dark room, and they put on the VR headset, and they finally turn it on, and then the sounds of the like trees rustling and the leaves moving play around me, and they have birds as well. And then the light hits my eyes, and I want to tell you, it was the purest green, beautiful field I've ever seen in my life. Okay, and I was just like, what in the, and even though I was not getting any wind or smells, I was only getting hearing and sight, but it was so immersive that, I kid you not, I felt like I was hallucinating. How did you get out? I took off the headset. That's how I got out. That's how I got out. And when I was done, they made me do a few like walkthroughs and like describe my feelings. It was like kind of a user study. After that, after going inside, they turned on the lights. So it was like really bright lights in the room. So now it looked like kind of sterile environment. They turned on the lights, and they took off the headset for me. And I went outside right afterwards, and I went out into the world and looked at the grass, and I was just like, the real world is dull in comparison. It feels to put me back in the machine. This doesn't look as good. It doesn't feel as good. And I was just like, oh my, it's crazy. Like the crafted virtual world felt more immersive than me walking back to the car outside. I was just like, wow. That was crazy. I'd say that's the most wild human, like Matrix-esque thing that I've experienced. Yeah. Oh, they're trying to addict you to VR. Yeah, except the setup probably cost tens of thousands of dollars. Though, it's pretty cool. You can actually sign up for these user studies if you want to. There's all sorts of like prototype sci-fi tech user studies that you can be a part of, and I get to go to a lot of them, so it's been very fun. The VR thing was one of them, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Another one that was really cool that I got to try out was, at the same time, I got to try out some neural like controllers. It's like a wrist strap thing that you hook up to your arm, and then if you move your arm, it can like sense your muscle movements, and you like control video game. So you can like play video games without like having a real controller. Though I kind of am doomer on that technology. I actually don't think people want it. I think people appreciate tactile buttons. That's my take though. Some people might disagree. Maybe I'm too much of a loser from the old analog era of me enjoying having buttons to press, but it is a thing that people have, like little wristbands that read your muscle signals to control your phone and stuff like that. It is probably going to be a new technology that we'll see more and more of. OMG, this might be the true SAO experience, sort of online. Yeah. It was pretty good. Highly recommend. I will tell you guys, as soon as VR tech gets good enough to have a realistic sort of online experience, I'm down. I'm so there. I'm actually there. I do it. Why not? No, I agree with the buttons. I want a physical menu, no QR codes. Oh, you get it. Oh my gosh. When I go out to a restaurant, I actually really enjoy having a physical menu. I think it's part of the dining experience. Pulling out my phone for a QR code just feels not as fun. I really enjoy the physical menu a lot. I like my click clacks. I want my buttons to be extra buttony. You get it. Oh, I muted myself. Lamau. Sorry. I was gonna say, let me get up. I need to blow my nose. Get some water. BRB. I've been yapping for a bit. BRB. Hello, I'm back. Hi. Oh, Are you talking about the whole library situation? Oh my gosh, that makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. There's this thing that's happening in libraries right now. Oh, thank you for welcoming me back. Yeah, I got water, not just coffee. I do have coffee still, but I'm gonna sip some water too. There's a thing going on with libraries right now where they're getting rid of physical copies. And oh man, it is a very common thing. It's not all libraries, but it's like a movement that's happening because it costs money to keep things physically. A lot of libraries are they're getting rid of their old stock. They're literally just throwing them away or auctioning them off. Most of the time they're just trashing them. They're scanning them and having a digital library, but they're getting rid of the physical copies. And I just want to say, as someone who goes to the library and looks at old books for fun, it is a completely different experience to have the actual text. So I kind of am sad about the physical books being pressured to go away. And the worst part is, you know what's not going to go away in terms of physical books? Random company ledgers and different random like US laws that no one cares about, which are still important, are required by law, by the, I think it was like the US Constitution, in order to be preserved in libraries around the nation. So those like we do have a program in America, if you're American. There is an American program that stores all our government texts and stuff like that into physical books and store media and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. It's important. It's also funny to think about modern presidents' tweets. Certain tweets are a little scandalous, but they are all written down, taken pictures of, and stored in a physical copy somewhere in libraries across the world. And that's paid for by the US tax dollar, which I actually think is a pretty good spend. Though... There's a lot of really important stuff like newspapers, like ancient newspapers that I don't think are covered in that. And I wish that they were. Because going back and reading newspapers from the 1700s is actually a hilarious thing. I think I have photos of this. There was a time where I visited a local library and I found pop science news articles from this like 1800s, and they were talking about all the like faux science. Are UFOs real? Oh my gosh, they made this new computer chip thing. I don't think it was the 1800s, it was the 1900s, but it was still really cool to like see the newspaper. I was like, whoa, all these people are so old. Look, humans have never changed. We talk about the same things, and it's really funny to see. You know, I actually really like doing it. I recommend if you have a local library and they do have like a historical section for you to check it out. It is really cool. Really cool. Oh no, your cat threw up on the floor. Oh, Buffy, thank you for your sub. I appreciate it. Your avatar thing is so cute. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that too. Yeah, and thank you for the 7 months, Buffy. It's nice to have you here. Oh, I'm afraid of the edits that could happen on ebooks. It's harder to do on physical. Oh my god. Maybe I'm naive. Holy, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about large swathing communities. Large swathing conspiracies. You could easily change historic text with a digital copy. Oh, that's kind of terrifying. It's kind of terrifying to think about, that you could just like fully edit stuff and change history. I know I'm sure some organizations would try to do that. I mean, there's a reason why people collect DVDs of anime, because they actually do that with anime. They'll like censor stuff in retrospect, and some people are like, oh my gosh, I have the uncensored version. Yeah, it is kind of a risk that happens with digital media that can still. That said, there are ways to make it not changeable, though I don't know if we have the sophistication for that. And I'm a little worried. Like, for all that crypto has done, things like blockchain are actually pretty good to ensure that, hey, this is like a public ledger of things that they don't change. So we could do that with books, but I mean, some people have tried. Also, I don't know how secure that is nowadays. There are quantum computers coming out. Actually, Google has claimed that they cracked Bitcoin mining. I don't know if you knew this, but Google has claimed that with their quantum supercomputers, they're able to solve the cryptographic hashes that happen for cryptocurrencies. And they're saying, hey, you guys need to change your encryption algorithm, and if you don't change it within 3 years, we'll release it to the public. So I don't know if that's true or not. We'll see. They might be blowing up smoke up our ass in order to increase their stock value, which is a thing that happens too. Looking at you, Microsoft. Freaking quantum computer chip my ass. Anyway, sorry. Very weird. That was a deep cut. Sorry. Actually, I should explain that. Okay. No, I'm not going to explain that. I just thought about explaining my grievances with the quantum super chip that Microsoft released, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do it right now. That's too deep of a hole. That's why people need more physical media. Hard copies of books, DVDs, and such is disappearing, and it's sad. I think it's a balance. I don't want to be too doomer about things like this. I think it's nice to have physical media. It is a very strong appeal, but some people just don't have the space and money to do this because it is becoming increasingly expensive to have those items and have the space to do it. So I think it's a luxury for many people, and many people cannot afford it, which is a shame. I wish it was more accessible, but it is a fact. So I think making things available digitally for people as well is important if you want people to have access to it. Like, yeah. It got upsides and downsides. It keeps things from getting completely lost, like from natural disaster. Oh, true. Digital media does keep things from getting completely lost. Actually, there's people have been thinking about storing, like, there's like specific archive data centers that store stuff on the internet in like Antarctica. If you didn't know this, like every once in a while the whole internet is backed up onto a random gigantic hard drive somewhere in remote locations, in case an apocalypse happens, the history of the internet can be stored somewhere. And some of those are secret locations, some of those are public locations. It's pretty cool. There's also like seed vaults as well. You guys should check about the seed vaults, like where every plant and every plant, every like leafy green thing is stored in a vault somewhere, and just to make sure that, hey, in case a natural disaster strikes and all life on the surface is wiped out, we can replant things, which is cool to think about. It's like an extreme nuclear fallout shelter. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to resort to that, though. I hope that we maybe do some space exploration instead of war things. I think at this point the only thing that wipes out humanity is ourselves. I think we're actually pretty good right now. Natural disasters, we can survive them. The only natural disasters we can't survive are human disasters, and I was about to say meteors, but I actually think we'll survive meteors. I think we can actually divert meteors at this point. We know when a meteor is about to hit us, like way in advance, if it's sufficiently large enough. So if it's large enough to cause an extinction event, we'll know ahead of time and probably be able to divert it, which is like crazy to say. Like for most meteors that come to Earth, we're fine. And even like in the worst case scenarios, for most of them, we can handle that too. So I'd say the only like real concern at this point for human survivability is like humans. Right? Like even viruses. Even if a super disease outbreaks right now, we can go make an mRNA vaccine in a couple weeks, do some testing on it, do some testing and be fine. That's crazy. I never thought of it like that. Like we can survive meteors, insane bioweapon viruses, earthquakes, tsunamis, literally everything we're okay with. And the only problem right now is nuclear weapons and nuclear Armageddon. It's kind of nuts. Also, Bloom, welcome in. Hi. I'm so glad to catch a stream. Yeah. Hi. Hello. And Lumi, thank you for the follow. Please no more mega sickness. You guys didn't like the first mega sickness? You want COVID 2? You guys want COVID 2? Man. What a time. I played so much League of Legends. I would argue to say we could survive nuclear war. Truly, we are the cockroaches of the world. I kind of agree. I think humans are pretty resilient. For better or for worse. We're kind of cockroaches at this point. Actually, it wasn't the first. True. I think COVID is just the one that affected the most people. There's been other things. We have bubonic plagues, right? I wonder. I mean, I don't know. The chances of a virus mutating that are that bad are pretty low. And even in like COVID standards, the mortality rate of COVID was actually pretty low. And it was just very viral. So it affected a lot of people. But the mortality rates were not that crazy. I mean, they are still like 20 times higher than the flu. Yeah. I wish the plague of Justinian would come back. Okay, let's not, guys, can we not bring back the bubonic plague? Like that would be nice. Also, you know the plague, how it was spread by rats, like the main spreader of plagues were rats. Could you imagine the bubonic plague in New York City or something? Like there's so many rats there. You know, maybe the cleanliness standard of humans have elevated so that we won't suffer from this again. Maybe fleas, actually? Fuck, you're right. You're right. It's the fleas that were on the rats. I'm a fake nerd. I'm sorry, you're correct. It is fleas. You remind the second you said fleas, I immediately was like, I'm a fool. My bad. You're correct. It is fleas on mice. So insane. Wait. Okay, I have one more cool thing to show you. I don't know anything about this, but I wanted to show you this because I thought it was the craziest thing that I saw, and I was just like, whoa, this is insane. And I wanted to show you it. So let me find it. I don't know how true this is. I still have to fact check it. I do have to do a lot of research because biology is not my strong suit. I'm not a biologist, but I thought this was cool. This right here. Ooh, I'm gonna minimize this. Let me position this properly. And I'll get out of the way. This thing that you're looking at is a specific biology protein. This is a protein that has evolved in our body, or a series of proteins that does some function in the body. What? I don't know. But it looks like a freaking car gear shift. This is a randomly mutated, evolved string of DNA, and inside us, it looks like a car gear shaft. Like, are you telling me that it has a rotor and everything, like, and it's shifting gears to increase the speed and decrease the speed and move around? Like, what the hell is this? Why is this? This is actually gaslighting levels of biology. Why did we randomly mutate a freaking car part inside of us? It's insane. It looks like a heat gene socket. Oh, I don't know. It's like some random. I don't know the function. I don't know what it's doing. All I know is that it looks suspiciously like something a human would make. So I'm just like, wow. Okay, that's crazy. And apparently the paper just got released for it. And oh my gosh, there's a video.
Hey, it's me, Destin. Welcome.
It's it's a year. I kind of want to watch this video. I kind of want to. How long are we? Are we over? Nature's incredibly rotating motor. It's electric too? What? I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. Did the protein say where they found it? It's a human protein, by the way. I don't know where they found it. How long is it? It's a 30-minute video, so if I watch it, it's gonna be an hour. No, I can't. We will do it later. I walk away for a moment and we're suddenly on cars. It's not cars, okay? It's this protein thing. Okay, well, actually, let me look at the. Okay, I need to know. Okay, I'm looking at the article for really quick. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Just a brief in and out. Okay, just a brief article read, and then we move on. Yeah, we'll save it for another day. But let me scroll through this. Evolution has created the flagella motor, a combination of a propeller brain that enables single-celled bacteria. Oh, this is not humans. I'm sorry. It's not humans. I was mistaken. This is in single-celled bacteria to move towards food sources. Is this a nematode brain? What? It's an electric motor that rotates at several hundred revolutions per second, faster than a flywheel in a race car engine, to twirl a tail-like flagellum that pushes the cell along. Oh! It's for single cell bacteria. Single cells? Is it for, let me check. Single cell bacteria to move. It's a propeller system. It's for moving. Oh! I thought it was like a human protein. No, it's for like a single cell organism. In order for it to move around, this is his freaking motor. So it can like go around and spin. It's a kind of propeller that's made out of proteins. Huh. Since the discovery of the bacterial flagellar motor in the 1970s, biologists and creationists alike have marveled at its design, and medieval architects stating with the awe of the dome of the Pantheon built by the Roman ancestors. I don't even know if we wow, it was discovered in the 1970s. Okay. Over the past few decades, scientists have toiled to unravel how the motor works, namely how it rotates and switches directions. Ooh. This is like the bacteria, and it's moving around, and people are like, how does it move? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh my. Huh. Oh, there's more single cell bacteria? Okay. Okay, sorry. Just a little side tangent. My bad. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Maybe there is still like new mechanical systems to be innovated by looking at biological proteins. Could you imagine making like a new, more efficient car motor by looking at some single cell bacteria? Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, oh yeah, I'll just steal this thing that nature randomly found for me. Damn, pretty cool actually. Why does it look like yarn? That's just how proteins are typically depicted. Proteins are a lot like yarn. They kind of clump up and behave in weird ways. It's just a biology as a science, as a whole field. They kind of depict them like yarn because it's really a huge string of things that clump up together. Actually, it's more like crochet. Nah, is it crochet? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird stringy thing. Nanotech is pretty cool. Yeah, I like nanotech as well. Silly string. It's silly string. It's string that has different electrical charges. In fact, because it has so many different electrical charges between the different amino acids, it causes it to take different conformational shapes, and that's called protein folding. And protein folding is a whole subfield that people cry about every day because it's so complicated. There's also quantum chemistry, if you guys are curious. Oh my god. If you think quantum physicists have it rough or chemists have it rough, quantum chemistry is the worst of both worlds. It's like you're actually a sadist if you get into quantum chemistry. Proteins are made up of long strings of amino acids and that fold according to the rules of biochemistry. Yeah, which are in some part electromagnetism. There's a bunch of like forces and charges, like van der Waals forces, and different like orbital forces as well. And those in themselves are fueled by like quantum properties. It's a rabbit hole. It's a big rabbit hole. I got into that rabbit hole because I once mistakenly asked during a chemistry lecture, hey, why does the sp orbital look like that? Why is it like a little oblong shape? What's that shape for? And then the TA at the time sighed and said, do you really want to know, or do you just want an A in the test? And I was like, I want to know. And then he was like, sit down, get ready, son. And I'm just like, oh my god. And then my brain exploded. I asked, why is the sp orbital shaped like that? And then my brain was no more. It was a whole rabbit hole. That's a question you should not ask. Hey Carbon, how do you you know how you have a collection of weird rare things? Do you want a tooth to add to it? I think I'm good without a tooth. I think I would like to not have a tooth. I like to not collect human body parts, please and thank you. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm ramble territory now. I think I'm ramble territory. I just wanted to update you guys on my day. I got a lot of rest. I will wrap up stream now. I'll take a little bit of a break. I probably will come back later tonight to play TFT. But it's just gonna be me playing TFT. So I don't know if you'll enjoy that. But the tournament kind of ends like I don't want to lose a life, so I'm gonna take like a maybe hour break or something and then come back and play TFT. So yeah, but I enjoyed the yaps today. I really enjoyed the yaps, so thank you. No, keep rambling. I'm glad you like the rambles. Sometimes I worry like, oh, they don't like what I'm yapping about. I'm just talking about quantum chemistry. But you know, you guys make me feel very appreciated. So I mean, quantum chemistry is pretty cool. I almost got, okay, a little nerd fact about me. I almost got the electromagnetic, like the different chemistry orbitals, suborbital levels. I almost got those tattooed on my arm. I almost got the orbital levels tattooed on my arm. I also almost got Schrodinger's equation tattooed on my arm. I decided to not do both of those because I thought it'd be too nerdy, but I almost did it. Sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, ooh, but I've resisted. Ooh, yeah, maybe. I met a lot of people. A lot of the grad students I was studying with had really cool science tattoos, and I was jealous. I was very jealous. Maybe I'll do it later. I don't know. Okay. Oh, thank you for the Discord server ping. Thank you for reminding them. I'll put stuff in the Discord server. I might send you guys some previews of the hair stuff in there as well. I might send you guys some hair previews. But yeah, that's the plan. I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to make a schedule tonight. I have a lot of things to catch up. But just know I'll be here same time, 6:30 p.m. PST or International Space Station time. I'll be here tomorrow in the evening, and I'll see you guys then. Maybe, perhaps, maybe. I'll also stream on Twitch just a little bit later to do TFT. But I'm gonna take a break now. Okay. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Are you still here?
Bye.
Why are you leaving me?
Bye.
Please don't go. Why do you have to leave? Oh my God, you hate me. You're leaving for Milky. You're not coming back. Oh my God. I should really stop doing this. People are gonna tune into the streams and then look at the end and they're gonna be like, what is this guy's unstable. This guy's unstable as hell. Anyway, bye.